Peace and love to Reverend Charlene and my classmates. My name is Beverly Rockcliffe, and I'm from Guyana, South America, presently living in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a third-year ministerial student. Today, I'm going to share with you a daily word reading and a message based on the daily word. The daily word that I have chosen is from Friday, August 21st, 1953. And the word for the day is prosperity. The affirmation reads, "In quietness and confidence, I affirm the drawing power of divine love as my magnet of constantly increasing supply." And the reading is as follows. Divine love is supremely powerful. Divine love is the supremely powerful, attractive force in the divine scheme of things. When I put myself wholly in tune with or express this love fully in thought, word, and deed, it draws to me the good that I seek and supplies the answer to my every prayer. Divine love is like an indescribably great magnet. It has boundless power to attract substance. As I begin to realize this great truth, I perceive that divine love can and does draw to me all things whatsoever the Father has for me. All things are mine, according to the degrees of my faith and my steadfastness in affirming that divine love supplies my every need. Quietly, confidently, I pray. Divine love provides. Divine love increases my supply. Every need is met abundantly. Divine love is a magnet, mighty to attract my good to me. The Bible verse is taken from Luke chapter 6, verse 35. Love your enemies and do them good, and your reward shall be great, and ye shall be sons of the Most High. The word is prosperity. The affirmation reads, "In quietness and confidence, I affirm the drawing power of divine love as my magnet of constantly increasing supply." Two weeks ago, I shared a very personal story in my assignment. I was experiencing the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is a concept which refers to a sort of spiritual depression, or one explanation says a detox that someone has to go through to wake up to the truth of certain things. My emotions were raw, and I later felt embarrassed about sharing in the forum. Since then, I have been moving through the process of shifting from a consciousness based on bewilderment, disappointment, and hurt to one based on forgiveness and love. I had to make a choice, and that choice was letting go of my attachment to the individuals concerned. And this was necessary to do for my benefit, for me to practice self-love. It proved to be easier said than done because it was a painful process. The admonition from the scripture verse of this daily word message says that we are to love our enemies and do them good. To help me through this process, I have been affirming that there be enlightened results from the situation, as well as I have been affirming that the situation came about for good. And gradually, the light has dawned, and I can see clearly now that God's will for me is only good. The message resonates with me as I continue my journey. I'm continuing my journey to get to a place in consciousness where I can use the power of love to bring the desires of my heart to fruition. The first paragraph of the Daily Word message says, divine love is the supremely powerful, attractive force in the divine scheme of things. When I put myself wholly in tune or express this love fully in thought, word, and deed, it draws to me the good that I seek and supplies the answer to every prayer. Now the question may be asked, how do we love our enemies and do good to them that hurt us? I want to explain here that this is a process through which we move from hurt to forgiveness and finally to love. I am not going to tell anyone that it is as easy as snapping your fingers and the negative emotions will leave. It is a process. What has been helping me to practice love in this situation is by reminding myself that God is love and that we are all children of a loving Father, expressing at different levels of unfoldment. Because of this, I can look beyond the appearances and do good. The next section of the Daily Word message says, divine love is like an indescribably great magnet. It has great power to attract substance. Now, substance covers a multitude of needs. Maybe we need to understand something. It may be we need peace of mind, or it may be material benefits. All of this come under the heading of substance. This and more. And then it goes on to say, as I begin to realize this great truth, I perceive the divine love can and does draw to me all things whatsoever the Father hath. All things are mine, according to the decrees of my faith and my steadfastness in affirming that divine love supplies my every need. Because I have been working through this challenge by forgiving, blessing, and pronouncing the situation good, all sorts of positive revelations have come from Spirit. Great ideas and guidance for what I need to do. Things that I never would have thought of had it not been for this incident. And for this, I am so grateful. And so I will continue to affirm quietly and confidently that divine love increases my supply. Every need is met abundantly. Divine love is a magnet mighty to attract my good to me. Know that divine love can do the same for you. Peace and blessings. Thank you for listening.